So this is the New Balance 1906L in Loafer black cement, and with this particular sneaker I managed to get it off the New Balance website. It was again another difficult cop. I entered quite a different amount of raffles over the last few weeks and struck out on all of them, even the brown colourway. And on the New Balance site, if you've ever used it, it's one of those ones which is quite sort of difficult to cop really, because it's one of those ones which is heavy bot traffic, and yeah, it's kind of waiting in line, waiting in the queue, probably for around sort of 5 to 10 minutes. And once I got onto the site, pretty much all the sizes are sold out, and this was on my sort of tutor size that I managed to get. And this is obviously was a new silhouette in 2024, and this one being released in 2025, just a black version, which we've seen before, similar to the pair that first released. It was more of a leather black. This is more of a suede black, and it's a lifestyle, I guess, 2K sneaker. The 1906R turned into a shoe, and it's named after the year N-ergy was established, the 1906. So with the details, it comes in a black and black cement colourway, so I'm guessing the black is probably referring to the midsole outsole, whilst the black cement is more on the ashy sort of, I suppose, suede that you see on top here. So, it's one of those ones where, like I said, quite sort of neutral. Maybe I would have preferred the original version that came out with just the leather, because the suede is a bit more difficult to wear and clean. And these feature an Acteva Lite midsole foam with ABZORB technology, so it kind of should keep you good for sort of impact protection. And I feel they work very well. This one being more on the stiffer side. And the N-ergy cushion system, so this is like the gel-like pods that you sort of see on here, the pillars that you see, and this gives you shock absorption, but also, as well as kind of giving you that sort of little bit of lift off, I suppose, hence why it's called N-ergy. But it's cool technology in my opinion. I think it works well, especially as a neutral sneaker. And it's also got stability web outsole technology, which you normally shouldn't see in the shoe, but obviously this is the TPU plate that's running through here, and that stops it from, sort of bending and twisting. And it's made up of sort of pretty much leather upper materials, so you can see that here. It's all suede. It's quite sort of brushy suede, quite nice quality. Feels quite sort of thick to the touch as well. So, good job from New Balance on that. And the price of these were £120. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium side in my opinion. A very sort of neutral sneaker, like I said. And they, in terms of sort of the arch and heel support, you're not going to get too much. It's very much a sneaker of, or should I say, a shoe. In that respect, so it's taking inspiration from running, but also the shoe trend that's going on at the moment, which is kind of this sneaker shoe vibe going on. And I think with the comfort on these, they're not as nice as some 1906Rs. They all differ in quality. I've found some are more firmer than others, and also it depends on the insole as well. But with this one, I feel it's more slightly on the firmer side. Not that it's uncomfortable, but just to keep you aware. I have like the silver and gold pair of 1906Rs, and for example, those are probably the most comfortable ones I've worn. This one, like I said, I'm slightly more sort of verging towards the firmer side, but I'm sure once you sort of break it in, it'll feel a bit better on foot. And you could go true to size in these. I think if you're in the US, you probably want to, maybe like go down half size, and if you're in the UK or EU, maybe go up half size. This I only managed to get in my true to size, which is not what I normally get on the 1906R, and I normally go up, sort of half a size in my UK size. So I usually get like a UK 7.5, which is a US 8, which is perfect. This one I can make do. I found there's a little bit of slippage on my magnet pair, so maybe this one, maybe take time to break in. But if I'm honest, I do feel sort of tightness around the sort of pinky toe area. So I think, from what I heard, there's no sort of, overall sort of wearing time. But just be aware that you, depending on the size you get, I think, even if you manage to get a slightly smaller one, I've kind of heard online that, once you sort of break these in a bit, they feel a lot nicer on foot. And obviously this being more of a shoe, it needs to sort of hug your foot a bit more and being sort of slip on, because there's quite a lot of space on this back end here, which will allow your foot to sort of slip out. So, take that how you will. I'm going to try and see if I can break these in and see if they feel more comfortable. But, obviously I paid retail for them, and I don't fancy going on the resale market to pay, £70, £80 more to, get the right size. And the traction, very good. I just love the way these work. It's got this kind of diamond shape, you know, these grooves going on at the front, very sort of flexible as well, and then the back is also very grippy. Just all in all, I just really love them, and it seems to be very durable as well, being made up of Ndurance. So with the look and style, I mean, I'm a big fan of this. Obviously, this divides opinion in terms of the silhouette itself, and some people call it ugly. But you know, I think it's had this influence at the moment on you know, in the I suppose fashion trend, and I feel like this is probably the best sneaker shoe to come out from any of the manufacturers or brands. So for me, I think it works in my opinion. And I also like the dark colours. So like I said, it's got this sort of ashy suede going on, and it feels a lot nicer in hand. It's quite sort of good quality. My only issue with these is, one, they feel like they're going to be a bit of a dirt magnet, but also because it's got that sort of ashy, sort of got that almost sort of worn look to it as well. So you have to be careful with how you sort of treat these, and I'm going to be putting some sort of spray on these as well to keep it protected. And that then brings me on to when you should wear these really. So obviously, spring summertime in my opinion being the suede material. If I had the leather pair, I'd be rocking them in sort of the autumn winter time. Not that they're going to be protective, and they're probably more breathable than these as well, because this one's got pretty much a suede upper, quite similar to the Junior Watanabe pair, but those are, you know, sort of going sort of £400-500 at the moment. And this one, it's one of those ones where, because it's like a sneaker shoe, you know, definitely wear casual. I'd be, you know, okay wearing them with the suit, but obviously personal opinion, it just divides people. You know, I kind of prefer wearing trainers anyway in general, and you know, you won't really be catching me wearing shoes that much because I just don't find them very comfortable. Yeah, so for me, I would definitely wear these with the suit, and I would have no sort of hesitation with that. And like I said, because it's a slip-on as well, just it's one of those ones where it looks like a simple sort of penny loafer. So with the final thoughts, I like the dark colourway overall. I think it's really nice, and you know, if I was to choose the original version that came out, I'd probably choose those over these. But as a, you know, I still don't mind having this particular pair. I think it's still very, very nice, and just a unique silhouette really. Like I said, you don't see too many of these, and some of the other brands such as Hoka are doing their own version, and it's nowhere near as nice as this. And I kind of like that kind of weird 2K aesthetics vibe as well. Like I said, the midsole, outsole, and then you've got the stripy leather overlays as well, which is normally not something they don't see on the shoe, but it does work, especially in sort of the more sort of monotone colours. And also I think the Ortholite midsole is pretty good as well. It feels quite nice to the touch, and quite sort of similar, I suppose, to the white gold version that I've got. So, you know, I think comfort-wise it should be fine, and you should be good to go on that. So with the cons, I think again, it's more the comfort. It's like I said, it's not like it's a minor issue, but it's just more the fact that it's not as comfortable as some of the 1906Rs that I mentioned. It's slightly more on the firm side. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style 5. I really, really like the way they look, and especially the sort of monotone colours. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. I don't think it's as nice as some of the other 1906Rs, you know, which I've sort of mentioned, being slightly on the firmer side. It's not like it's uncomfortable, but it's very much more shoe-like. And the quality, I'm going to give it a 5 as well. I think New Balance have done a really good job with like their suede materials, and also, you know, the price point that they're coming at being £120. I think it's really worth it, considering, you know, the retail price for a 1906R is around the sort of £145-150 mark, which kind of takes you to about $160. This is, I think, really good value if you can get them for retail. And that's why I overall give the score a 5 out of 5. I just think they're really cool, and, you know, a unique silhouette, not for everyone. You know, I really like rocking these, especially with more sort of smarter outfits, so I'm quite happy to have a second pair. And yeah, so I'd love to have the brown pair, but again, those ones are really sort of difficult to grab.